The Aaranya Kand ends with Bharat governing Ayodhya as a regent from Nandigram, and Ram, Sita and Lakshman reaching Sage Atri's ashram. Atri's wife Anusuya hosted them with affection and gifted Sita her jewelry, which plays a very important part later in the story. From there, they entered the forest of Dandaka. They were attacked by an ogre named Virad, who was once a Gandharv, a heavenly being. He was ferocious and resilient. It was a long, hard-fought battle. Finally, Lakshman dug a hole in the earth and buried him, releasing him from his curse. They wandered around the lands, met many great sages like Sage Sharbhang, Sage Sutikshana, and spent their time living with them. At the end of the 12th year, they went to Sage Agastya's ashram, who advised them to settle down at Panchavati near river Godavari. On their way to Panchavati, they met the gigantic vulture Jatayu, King Dashrath's good friend. They lived peacefully in Panchavati for about a year, nearly completing 13 years of their exile. One day, a demoness named Shurpanakha flew near the ashram. She was captivated by Ram's beauty and immediately wanted him to be her husband. Ram politely refused, saying he already had a wife and did not want another, and asked her to check with his brother Lakshman instead. Lakshman also refused, saying he was only a servant, whereas Ram was the king of Ayodhya. Seeing Sita as the barrier, Shurpanakha rushed to eat her up. To teach her a lesson, Lakshman chopped off both her ears and her nose. With blood pouring all over her face, Shurpanakha ran to her cousins Khar and Dushan, who came with their army to attack. Ram defeated both of them and their army effortlessly. Amongst the many demons who escaped was a Kampana, a trusted lieutenant of Shurpanakha's elder brother Ravan, the king of Lanka. A Kampana informed Ravan of the two princes who insulted his sister and killed his cousins Khar and Dushan. Ravan was enraged and wanted to kill the princes immediately. A Kampana, having seen their prowess, advised Ravan against an open conflict. Shurpanakha further triggered Ravan's curiosity by calling Sita the most beautiful maiden on earth. Ravan finally formed a plan to abduct Sita and took the help of Marich, who was a survivor of the battle with Tarka and Subahu that happened on the way to Sage Vishwamitra's ashram. Marich tried very hard to dissuade Ravan from committing this sin, but could not disobey his king. He took the form of a shimmering golden deer and roamed in front of Ram's cottage. Sita desired it instantly and asked Ram to bring it to her. Ram wanted to please Sita and went to catch the deer. Before going, he asked Lakshman to be careful and not leave Sita alone under any circumstance. The golden deer was very elusive and drew Ram deeper into the forest. After a long chase, Ram realized that this was unnatural and possibly a threat, so he decided to shoot the deer down. In his dying moments, Marich mimicked Ram's voice and called out for Sita and Lakshman's help. Hearing Ram's voice, Sita got very worried and asked Lakshman to rush to help Ram. Lakshman reminded Sita that Ram told him not to leave her alone under any circumstances. But Sita was very persuasive, and she instigated him. Left with no choice, Lakshman went in search of Ram, asking Sita to stay indoors. When Sita was alone, Ravan came disguised as a Brahmin. She went closer to him to give him alms. He turned to his true form and abducted her by force. He escaped with her on his Pushpak Viman, a flying chariot. Jatayu, the legendary vulture they had met earlier, tried to rescue Sita when he heard her cries. But Ravan was ready for him and cut off both his wings and sent him crashing back to earth. Jatayu held on to dear life so that he can inform Ram about his beloved's abduction. Meanwhile, Sita wrapped all her jewelry and dropped it on a monkey, hoping it would reach Ram. Ram and Lakshman searched for Sita all around their ashram. They found some of her flowers and beads of jewels and went further in that direction. they came upon the dying Jatayu and learned that Sita was abducted by Ravan and went southwards. Ram performed the final rites of Jatayu and proceeded down south. When they crossed Kroncha forest, they were attacked by Kaband, a strange demon with no face and only 2 outstretched arms and a huge mouth. He grabbed the princess to eat them. Ram killed him and released the Gandharv who was cursed by Lord Indra for his gluttony. Kaband advised Ram to befriend Sugriv, a monkey who lived at Mount Rishyamukh near Pampa. On their way, Ram and Lakshman met Shabari, who had been waiting with devotion for many years for Ram's arrival. She attained salvation for serving Ram. The arrival of Ram and Lakshman at Pampa marks the end of the third part of Ramayana, Aaranya Kand.